Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. Now, I've been meaning to upload this video for about a week or so, but been very busy with IRL stuff during the week, so I could only have time to just make some of my regular sort of daily upload content, and I knew this one was going to take a bit more time to edit, etc., because the gameplay that this video is about spanned quite a few hours. The condensed version of all of the matches that this video is basically going to talk about is about 3 hours, and the uncondensed version is like, I don't know, it's like 8 or 10 or something. It's about twice that. But yeah, basically this is talking about the Duel Tournament, which has been happening, and I did actually I did actually enter, which is the first like Duel Tournament I've ever done in the whole 6 years of doing For Honor. But it was a lot of fun on the whole. It was a nice new experience. I've never, as I say, I've only done 4 versus 4 tournaments in the past, but this is a different kind of thing to me entirely. I saw like a couple of other YouTubers like Havoc and John Deliner had entered like 2 weeks ago, and some other coverage of it. So initially I thought I wasn't like to plan at all to enter, and then I thought, yeah, no, it looks fun. I mean, you can't really lose anything. So I entered. And then I won't spoil anything, but things got very interesting. Things got beyond close at some points. In terms of how close duels could get, I did not realize how close things could actually get, and a lot of things I have learned, let's say, from doing this. But great experience overall. So in terms of the actual duels and how they pan out, so basically there are you do 7 duels in the tournament, and you have to win at least 6 out of those 7. So it's fairly steep. Each duel is best of 3 matches, and each match has 9 rounds. So you basically have to win 5 out of the 9 to be able to win the match. Each player can opt to ban another hero as well. So if you're really struggling against something like Shinobi, for example, you can ban Shinobi, or if you're struggling against Koshin, you can ban Koshin or whatever. And also, if you win a match with a character, you can't then use that same character for the next match. But if you have lost that first match, you can still use that character again. So it works like that. Like, there are a lot of character picks which are like a lot more common, because this is high level duels and people want to use the strongest characters, and much to people's disagreement or whatever, there are characters which are stronger than others. So obviously I'm used to playing things like Orochi, Kyoshin. Those are my kind of mains. Shinobi is another main. He's probably my strongest technically out of, like, in terms of dual strength. Shinobi's probably the strongest character that I play, but I'm fully aware that there are a lot of characters which are classed as S tier, which I don't really play. So Tiandi is currently the strongest character. Now, I have had a bit of experience with him, so that was a bonus for me. So I thought, right, if I'm going to enter this, probably want to practice a bit more Tiandi. Valkyrie and Lawbringer, they're not characters I've really played too much, so I kind of had to do quite a lot in a short space of time to actually learn how to use them properly. And I think I could probably have done a lot better with those. If there are dual tournaments in the future, and they're still like S tier, then I would definitely look at practicing them a lot more. Because being comfortable with the character is massively useful. It's one thing to be able to react and respond to your opponent's attacks, but if you're constantly thinking, oh, how am I going to do my own moves or make my moves myself non-obvious, then that's going to be like a much bigger thing to deal with as well. But yeah, essentially I thought, right, I'm going to pick basically the top 3 considered duelists. So Tiandi, Lawbringer, and Valkyrie. That was my initial kind of strat, even though there are characters out there that I've played more, if that makes sense. So first day then, we were up against a Black Prior first. This guy, it was a good start. We didn't actually drop a round. We actually had a tie in one of our rounds as well, which actually meant we had to win 6 instead of 5, which was interesting. We then picked Valk for our next match against the first guy and managed to 5-0, which was good. So then we moved on to the next match, and our opponent unfortunately banned our Tiandi, which was the main character that we are comfortable with playing. Whether because Tiandi is the best character for duels at the moment, or because I may or may not have beaten his teammate a day before and he told his teammate that I was going to play Tiandi, who knows. But yeah, was thrown into the deep end and wasn't really prepared for the reactions needed. We had to reset a couple of times because of this weird animation bug on the weapon as well, which is kind of annoying, but we managed to pull through. On the whole, just couldn't really get around his Glad to start off with, reacting to the zone and the toe stabs, just wasn't happening for me. And then I picked Lawbringer for the next match, and he was Warlord, and just couldn't get the crushing counters. Every time I thought he was going to crush and counter, he didn't, and every time I didn't think he'd crush and counter, he did. So that was our first loss, unfortunately. Then most other games were okay, and then this guy, we dropped a couple of matches to him, which obviously meant that then we had lost 2, and when you can only lose a maximum of 1, so that meant that the first day wasn't a qualifier, but we didn't just give up. We just did the whole 7 matches anyway, and we had quite a nice final match against this Berserker. We actually reacted to some of the Fade into Lights, which was nice. So we were warmed up then, but unfortunately we weren't warmed up earlier on in the day. By the way, guys, let me know if you want to see like all these duels in their entirety, because there is technically, as I say, there's like 3 to 6 hours worth of dual content here, which I could probably condense, but either I set up like a second channel and just upload like long form content there, or I can just put it on the main channel. Just yeah, leave it up to you guys anyway, just to let me know how you would like to see it if you do want to see it. So then the second day we regrouped and had another go. This guy pulled out Hitakiri, which was a bit different to the normal picks. He took the first 3 rounds and we were like, right, we actually need to start focusing now, and fortunately we brought it back. Won all our remaining matches up until we got to this guy's Warden, and it got so close. It was literally down to the last round, last couple of bits of health, and he did some really good light parries, to be honest. I really pushed him. I thought, nah, he might not go for a light parry there. He might do a GB or something to try and be safer, and I'll cut through it with the light. But no, he did some good light parries and took our first loss for the second day. We started to mix things up actually on the second day. We started to pick Shinobi just because I was thinking, you know, even if Valk and Lawbringer, they're considered better characters by a lot of other people. Like, I'm just going to go with stuff that I'm more comfortable with, and we seem to be doing alright with Shinobi. It was a good counter to some of the characters that were picked, like this guy's Warmonger, for example, which is really, really useful. I think I would have struggled a lot more if I'd had Lawbringer or Valk against that. So then I was actually messaged by one of the tournament organisers to say that they wanted this match to be streamed in front of everyone. So I said, yeah, sure, and added the guy that's streaming it. And then, yeah, I thought, well, the YouTuber entertainer kind of guy in me thought, oh, I want to make it a bit entertaining for people. So did a couple of like just friendly emotes, not toxic emotes. I don't think they were toxic. Some people were joking that it was toxic, but it wasn't actually. Just to make things a bit more fun and entertaining. But these matches actually went pretty well, to be honest. We got a lot of nice counters, a lot of parries and deflects and things, all that stylish stuff. And I found that actually Shinobi's a pretty good counter actually to Aphira. Aphira is considered one of the top duelists, but Shinobi has a couple of tools which are actually really good for countering like multiple options that she has. So yeah, we were comfortable in the first match against the Aphira, and then he switched to a Raider, and we fairly comfortably won that one as well. We picked Lawbringer, we managed to get some decent parries in, and hopefully made it entertaining for people as well. So then we're down to the last match of the last day. It was 5-1. We just need to win this, and then we're fine. Then we can get through to the next qualifier. And I was thinking, yeah, okay, right, I'm sure it's going to be in the bag. I'm sure we've got it. We had a close first match against this guy's Berserker. I didn't really parry many lights. My reactions were just not on point really for it. Potentially just because we've been playing for so long, I don't know. But we managed to win anyway, just about. Then he chose Warlord. I picked Lawbringer, which, like, after doing this, I've realised that some matchups I'm much better with some characters against than others. It didn't go too well the second match, and I was kind of like, I wanted to be just a nice 2-0, but nope, didn't happen. So then the last match I was like, well, what's he gonna pick? Because yeah, as I say, you can't pick a character that you've won with, and then there's the character ban. So I was like, I don't know what he's going to pick. So I'm going to pick something that I'm comfortable with. So I picked Shinobi. He picked Conk. Now, in most situations, I'm comfortable fighting Conk with Shinobi. So you can just dodge around their bash, and they just can't keep spamming it. But this guy was really good at looking at my dodges and hitting me out of the dodge, and basically forcing me to react to a triple option of whether he's going to just dodge forward and like GB, dodge forward and bash, or dodge forward and light. So I had to, it was really pushing my reactions. And my goodness me, it was at a point where it was 4-2 to me. I just had to win one more round, and then I was through. And I was sort of thinking, yeah, surely it's going to be it. But no, things got worse, unfortunately. And it came down to literally me trying to parry this light here out of Stam. I also made the choice here of doing the bash after the flip instead of doing the side undodgeable. I kind of was hesitant of doing the side undodgeable as well as the unblockable, just because he seems to be parrying every single one. And I was in, shortly he's not gonna think I'm gonna do it again. But yeah, we did that, and then the light, you can see here, if we just slow down the frames, like I switched my guard to that side and was going for the parry, and it just didn't happen, unfortunately, which meant that it was 4-4, and then the last round just wasn't good for me. I didn't make good reads on the bashes, and he was hitting me out of my dodging, and there was not really much I could do from then on. And unfortunately, he just took the last bit of health, so fair play to him. I was just not up to scratch. I needed to practice my reactions a bit more, I think. There's certain matchups I haven't really practiced, but there we go. So yeah, it literally came down to one light. Wasn't a bad first tournament. I think I could have done a lot better though. But yeah, total score, we won 10 duels, lost 4. It wasn't enough, unfortunately. So yeah, it came down to the one light. That would have been just one little round, one light of one round of one game. The closest it could have been, but we bottled it nonetheless. But you know, success comes from learning from your mistakes, so we'll see what we can do next time. But yeah, I hope that Havoc and John do well in this tournament. I think it's happening fairly imminently today as this video goes out, so good luck to them, and good luck to everyone else who did qualify, and perhaps we'll give it a go at another stage and hopefully get some more time to practice in and out of other things which I have to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this vid. It's a bit of a different one. This is just the duel experience for me. If you guys feel like you want to, you know, try this yourself, then I'm sure there'll be future duels tournaments in the future, so look out for them. But yeah, I'll see you in the next video, and I hope you have an amazing rest of the day.